Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube station, The Natural Health Solutions. My name is Steve Klein, and this is my wellness journey. Today, I'm going to speak about keto, eating out and dining in and or takeout, how to keep it on keto where you're not cooking, if you will, and look at the other options that might be available. So I do eat out and I do get takeout. There's times that you have to and or you want to go out and or you're traveling and you just have to do that. For example, I'll go to a restaurant and I could order, let's say, salmon, or let's say another fish, or let's say beef or chicken, and I will ask them what they use to cook with the salmon. I will a lot of times ask for no breadcrumbs, right? Make sure there's none of that on there because that's not keto, and ask them to cook it in butter. I'll also ask if it's real butter or if it's mixed and what have you. So butter, lemon, things like that. My sides I'll look at and I'll see the options of vegetables. I'll try to go with some greens and or replace it with a salad. So string beans, broccoli, things like that. And I'll ask for a side of butter. And if they don't have butter, sometimes some places have sour cream, full fat. That works as well to add that to it. And other times there's restaurants that have avocado, and I can get a side of that as well. If I'm ordering, like I had a French onion soup recently, and of course that was fine, but no crouton, didn't get the bread. If I'm going to get, let's say, takeout, or let's say I'm at the airport, and this has happened, I had to go for fast food, which I don't like to do, but I might get a burger with cheese on it, no bread, and ask for a knife and a fork, lettuce, either blue cheese or ranch dressing. And I've done that before at a McDonald's when I've had to. I don't eat McDonald's very often at all. My go-to is usually getting a Cobb salad at most places, and I just read it and make sure there's no ingredients in it that I don't like or are not good for keto. I love the restaurant called the Yard House. We have one near me, and I know they're around the country, and they have a couple great options. They have a salad that you can either have, salmon on, shrimp on, chicken on, which is like a Cobb salad. But there, you have to read the menu because there's corn in it, and I asked no corn, but that turns to sugar, right? And there's a couple other things, beans that I don't have in it. I forget what it is. I don't like it. And I can't think right now what the other items were that were not keto, but just, it comes with the avocado, which is great. I either get ranch dressing or blue cheese. I try to get blue cheese. It's more natural. So I keep it at that level. Uh, I also sometimes bring in my own heavy whipping cream in a little container for my coffee. Otherwise, I will have their half and half, but it's not totally keto. However, sometimes I'll put butter in the coffee as well because that becomes a keto drink. But I'm going to get full quickly, and I may just cut my meal in half and save the rest for later, right? Because that will happen, which is great. We have a great a chain of grocery stores near me. I'm in the Boston area called Market Basket. And what they have is they have an area where they cook food like a restaurant where you can actually eat in there or do takeout. And it's really great portions and a really great value. So there's a few things there that you can have, but you have to read things. So they sell cooked salmon with by itself and with sides, but I did read the label and the packaging. They put a glaze on it that has sugar, so you have to read that. So that was a no for me. So when I'm in that section, I noticed that they have grilled chicken, which is great, and a salad. So I'll get that if I need to. And I will have sometimes balsamic vinaigrette. It's not really keto, but it's not bad. It's actually good for the liver. I might add a little more fat in there, like some blue cheese dressing, or what have you. Also, at times I get from their tuna fish and or egg salad. They'll put it on some lettuce with some cheese and just scoop it out with no bread in a container, and I can nibble on that and turn that into a fast thing. Or if I'm in a pinch and I don't have keto food ready, I can always do that. But going out is fun once you know what to do and what to eat, and just stay away from the bad things. And obviously, if you're really following it, you'll watch your macros. I am doing keto mostly for my health, and I am going to get to the point of watching that, but I also go to the point of where I'm full, and I think my body knows that. So with that said, um, it becomes fun and interesting. And a lot of times the servers now are sort of used to some things too, because they have other customers on keto. And so they know a little bit as well. But you need to ask questions though, because a lot of times things that you may not know or they don't disclose, like that salmon looked good, but I didn't see the glaze. The glaze is almost invisible until I read the packaging. So you need to ask how they cook it. So usually, again, when I order fish, I ask them how they cook it. Said, please, just in butter. Is it real butter or is it mixed with margarine or whatever it is? Just cook it in butter and lemon and no breadcrumbs. And you have to repeat it a couple times just to make sure and let them know that you're on keto and that you're trying to keep it right. I know one time a few years ago, I ordered a burger at an airport and they put ketchup on, and I was so upset that that's sugar, right? And I was like, oh gosh. And I told them nothing else but the burger and the cheese, and they did mess it up, and it does happen sometimes, unfortunately. So let them know what you're up to, and that just stay. I'm on keto, but I can't have any sugar or carbs, and make sure they understand that. And I think once you say it like that, a little stronger, then they get it or they ask or recheck if you don't know. But there are apps that you can look at as well and download to make sure that you're eating right as well. But a lot of restaurants have great selections. I know I frequent to Vegas, and there's a lot of sides of avocado there on the menus and stuff. I know that over there's a club sandwich that comes with avocado, and I always get that because of the bacon and all that, and I'll get it with no bread, and I'll ask for a side of string beans instead of French fries, and it's great. And going back to the Yard House, they also have a great turkey club that's huge, and I get it with no bread, and I get it in a lettuce wrap. And either I think I can either get a salad with it, but I've gotten, I think, veggie sides as well. And a lot of times, because it's so massive, I take the rest home. I just break it up in two, and it's great and it lasts. So it's amazing. So there's lots of options out there, to dine out. And that way, you're in a situation either at a work meeting, a business meeting, or you're with friends that you can actually go and meet them as well. Or if you're just gonna have coffee, you can always, like I said, bring your own heavy cream or use butter. And that will fill you up, and that will keto it, that's what I say. And it will be what we call ketolicious as well. Of course, this is part of my wellness journey. So I always encourage people to listen to my experiences. I always take my high impact ginger, turmeric, muscadine seed oil, which is amazing. And I call that MCT oil on steroids. And I'll have a link on the bottom here if folks like to try them. I would encourage you to try it. I think you'll find it to be amazing for your health and your wellness, especially your digestion and your inflammation, which of course keto is against, but we all need a little extra from the damage from the past, so keep that in mind as well. So again, there's many other areas too. I could go with this, but folks were asking about the dining experiences of what to do, and I hope that you guys find this helpful as to what to do for takeout or dining in or what have you. And if you have any questions or comments, please add to the bottom. I'd love to answer them. Please subscribe, share, and I look forward to the next video. Thanks you guys so much for your comments and your questions, and you keep me on track. And I'm looking forward to 2025. Over and out, everybody. Thanks. Have a good day.